people's mothers, brothers, sisters, cousins, and uncles are dying. And reportedly here is Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott having a party with other teammates. Ring, ring, ring. What's that? Asshole alert. Rudy Gobert sparking it off in professional sports. You guessed it. Asshole alert. We're going to talk about these headlines because this is very disgusting to think that even if it was 10 people or less, that they would even be remotely thinking about having any type of party during all of this coronavirus pandemic. We're going to talk about some other headlines. Donovan Mitchell says that his relationship with Rudy Gobert is unfixable, as it should be. Mr. Gobert deserves every last bit of criticism and every last bit of thing that comes from what he did and how he acted before getting this. We're going to talk about wwe 2k21 canceled, as it should be. There could be another wrestling game, but I think that it should be canceled because 20 was the worst that it was ever made. Stay here, ladies and gentlemen. We got headlines all over the board. No one does it better. Only one way, or one of the few ways, that this can settle down and this can get better. By this, I mean the coronavirus. Every single last person watching this video knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's not one of those things where it's new. It's been going on. It's getting worse. Things are getting shut down. All of this and all of that. The best thing that you can do that is in your control is stay your ass inside. Unfortunately, reportedly, now this could be with a grain of salt because we don't know the exact situation. We weren't there. And so many different media outlets are actually talking about the news. Mr. Dak Prescott decided to have himself a little party. He invited Ezekiel Elliott and a couple of other teammates. Now, in Texas, I don't know the exact situation. I do not live in Texas. I believe there were stay-at-home orders, but at the same time, I also thought that this was a situation where the gathering that they were having, there shouldn't be any gatherings of more than 10 or more people. That is just their suggestion. What they really want to say is, don't have a gathering with anybody, stay your ass home. There is absolutely no reason, especially athletes like that, where they need to go out for anything that is not essential. We understand that the athletes are probably used to living this high-flying lifestyle when they're not on the field and they want to be lit with their teammates and do all this crazy shit, but now is not that time, okay? This is not getting any type of excuse from me, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. This does not get an excuse because this was not in the beginning. When the coronavirus first started, some people started traveling because flights got low. It was just starting. Yes, they should have stayed home, but it was just starting. Anybody that voluntarily goes out and travels now that has no purpose as to why they're traveling is an asshole. There's no other, because maybe they don't intentionally want to carry this on to somebody else. And that doesn't mean that every person that voluntarily goes out is trying to do that. But they put so many people at risk. All it takes is one person to have it. And that one person, every movement throughout the day could be crucial to somebody else's life. And I think that people do not think about that. People do not think about others. Now, and I don't mean that from a general standpoint, but one person, just because of one thing that they touch, could end somebody's life. And that's scary to think about, but that's really how it is, right? Is there any other way that you could explain that? Okay? So when you're having this gathering, non-essential, by the way, because I highly doubt that there was anything that was in this reported party that was of any type of essential. Any type of party right now is not essential, okay? I don't care if it's somebody's birthday. I don't care if it's a quinceañera. I don't care if it's a wedding. It's not essential. It's not, okay? Stay your ass inside. Now, this is worse because these athletes will have a chance to do exactly what they did when all this shit ends. Now they are in the news for reportedly having a gathering that was, I don't know if it was orchestrated by Dak Prescott, but it was orchestrated by him. Ezekiel Elliott was there and other teammates were there, okay? That is an asshole. There is no other way that you can justify some shit like that. Today, just an hour ago, Karl Anthony Towns lost his mother because of the coronavirus. What do you think he thinks about what he heard about Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott? What do you think anybody that has been impacted by this, not just economically, but anybody that has been impacted by this virus from a standpoint of physically having it or knowing someone that has it, thinks about people having a party right now? There is absolutely no essential parties whatsoever. Nothing. There is no party right now that is essential. Like I said it before, I will say it again. A birthday party is not essential. A wedding is not essential. A quinceañera is not essential. A baby shower is not essential. None of that is essential right now. If people have views of it being essential in general, then let them proceed with that when this cools down. But by going on and doing stupid shit like this, now, and I think that that's part of the problem, is a lot of athletes think that rules don't apply to them because they have this financial freedom to do whatever they want. They can get locked up, they can get bailed out. They have no type of awareness of the law. And I haven't been in that situation of having all that financial freedom. So I can't sit here and tell you that I would act the same way. But if there was a pandemic going on around my world that was affecting people I knew's parents, people just in general, I don't care what it was, my ass is going to stay inside. Because that is not my opinion, that's the right thing to do. All of these people that are bored out of their mind at home right now, I have so much respect for them because they're choosing to do the right thing. Okay? And that is the right thing to do. Okay? Doctors, they know what they're talking about. And I think people feel like because they're young, they're invincible. That was the idea at first. The idea at first was that all of these people that are young can't have complications from it, because when it first started, it was affecting everybody that was older, everybody that was 50 years of age and plus. And then people younger started getting, oh, well, people young don't have symptoms. And then people that were young started dying. And then we say, oh, shit, nobody's safe from this. Yet they chose to have a party. Why? I mean, it's just, there's no other word to justify it other than asshole. Because, again, people, this is not a game. This is not some virtual reality. This shit is real life. This shit is happening, and they choose to do something like this. I never really liked anybody on the Cowboys anyway, and I'm not singling out the whole team. But again, it just goes to show you, as I move to the next topic, the Dallas Cowboys are in the headlines for all of the wrong reasons every time and time again. I don't think there's been a headline about the Dallas Cowboys that has had positivity in the last 5 years at all. It is really, and I'm not singling out the Cowboys, but two of their flagship players, Dak Prescott, who is their, well, if he was their franchise player, he would have gotten a contract by now, right? And Ezekiel Elliott, again, who's one of their flagship players. So that is just an awful situation. I really hope that there was some fabricated lies in there, because I would really, really hate to see, or hate to know that they were actually doing shit like that. Anyways, the next topic. Same topic, different situation, okay? All of this started when, well, the coronavirus was a problem before that, but it really started to hit sports, and I feel like this was the turning point, and what made it really worse was Rudy Gobert's situation. I feel like the second that happened, everything that happened after that in life and just the world in general just went to complete shit. I literally feel like that was the turning point of, oh my God. Rudy Gobert got the virus, right? Don't wish death, don't wish any negativity on anybody. The problem is that he got the virus acting like an asshole, okay? So right then and there, I have no sympathy for him because he acted like an asshole. Anybody that goes out right now and does stupid shit like that, I have no sympathy for you. What I have sympathy for is your teammates like Donovan Mitchell, who did not know that this actually was going on. Well, he knew it was going on, but he didn't know that Gobert had the virus. None of his teammates knew. And Gobert tested positive. So karma bit him right in the ass, okay? And, I don't wish any negative. I don't wish him death. I just wish he would have used his head and thought a little bit more before he did something really stupid like that. Donovan Mitchell tested positive, okay? All because Gobert acted like an asshole, all right? Now, I'm not going to say he got the virus because he was an asshole, but it happened and he was acting like an asshole beforehand. So, to be honest, I can't blame any one of his teammates for being mad at him. He did that, all right? He wanted to act like that. Then he got it. They shut the league down, and now we don't know if he was the initial recipient of the virus. He was the first one that was documented. But let's say he was. all of these other players got it too, and the only thing on their mind is Gobert was acting like an asshole. Nobody else was acting to that extent. Now, we don't know, again, we're not on the court, we're not in the locker room, so we don't know these things. But the only thing on the players' minds is all this is going on, and Gobert acted like an asshole, and now all of these players got it. Whether they got it from him, whether they had it before he did, we don't know who had it first, and we will never know who had it first. But all that's in their head is that. Teammates. Donovan Mitchell says that their relationship is unrepairable. The second that two of your top players, one of them says anything like that, the team is going to crumble to shit unless you fix it. Donovan Mitchell will not be on the Jazz 2 years from now. Mark my words. Either that or Gobert's going to get traded. I think, honestly, best thing to do, to be honest, would be get Gobert out of there. Because Donovan Mitchell doesn't have any problems with his teammates. He has a problem with Gobert. All of his other teammates, whether they've spoken about it yet or not, they have a problem with Gobert. Donovan Mitchell didn't do anything. Donovan Mitchell got it from Rudy Gobert. Assuming, right? They have a problem with him. If you're on a team and everybody's got a problem with someone, you're not going to ship everybody that's on the same side away. But I've thought, actually, even before this, I actually, believe it or not, to tone it down a little bit, I actually thought Donovan Mitchell should seek a point guard position somewhere else. I actually thought that, and I know this is a lot of bias because we're desperately craving a point guard, but I actually thought that Donovan Mitchell would be really good on the Knicks. I thought that the Knicks could need a solid point guard that would do something like that and just bring some sense of leadership to the team, because right now there's no leader on the team. There's talent on the Knicks, but there's no leader. There is no leader. You can say it's not RJ Barrett, it's not Mitchell Robinson. There's no leader on the team, okay? Every team has a leader, okay? That doesn't mean that they're better than everybody else, but they're the leader. The Lakers' leader is LeBron James. The Clippers' leader is Kawhi Leonard. Every team has a leader. The Suns' leader is Devin Booker. And I think that Mitchell would really benefit from, I don't know how he would benefit, but I think the Knicks would benefit from going, or from having somebody like Mitchell on their team. So that's just my thought on that. Don't have any sympathy for Rudy Gobert whatsoever. I do not have sympathy from anybody on the Cowboys that was involved with that party whatsoever. Shame on you. You are an asshole. The last thing I wanted to talk about today is wwe 2k21. Now, we had rumors about this actually being canceled prior to the news that came out yesterday. Now, there's rumors that there is going to be a WWE game, but it's not going to be wwe 2k21, and I think that that's great. Because, to be honest with you, I think that the WWE 2K games are complete garbage. And we all know this, okay? Now, there are a lot of people that will justify 2K20. I don't know how you can. Because people are justifying it because it's a game that includes wrestling. But there's no substance to it. The game's not good. It's not good. It's not. There's no substance to it. The graphics are shit. The game plays like any other wrestling game. Okay, there's nothing that separates it from any other wrestling game. There's 2K Originals, there's no Road to WrestleMania, there's no GM mode. Universe mode is a giant shit show, okay? Universe mode has never, ever really been good in any 2K game made from WWE. It's terrible. The game is not good. There's no substance to it. They rushed it. It came out like shit, and it's awful. I can tell you personally because I have experience with doing this, okay? I've played every single WWE 2K game since its inception. Okay, and I want to say that was 2K10, 2K13, okay? I played 13, 14, 15. I played every single one. Okay, some of them are good, some of them are not. 2K20 is the worst one ever made. There's no substance to it. The game sucks. It just sucks. It's not good. Okay? And you can take that and spin it whatever way you like. But if you play WWE 2K20 and you think the game is good, I want you to tell me why. Give me 5 reasons why this game is better. Not only good, give me 5 reasons why this game is better than any of the other ones. 19 was okay, 18 was okay, 17 was 16 was 15 was terrible, 14 was, I liked 14, okay? But it's not, when THQ was doing the WWE games, they had it right. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 was my favorite wrestling game ever. 2008 was good. 2009 was kind of boring, is what it was. 2010 was just bleh. 11 was, I actually liked 11 a lot. I thought 11 was really good. The second 2K took over, they kind of went to shit. Not all the Wrestling 2K games are terrible, but to be honest with you, not a lot of them are good. 20 is terrible. No, it's not even a debate. 2K20 is the worst wrestling game maybe ever made. And there are some games that were made in 2000 that play better than this piece of shit does. But ladies and gentlemen, that is just my tea of the day. Very controversial one today, obviously, with those two topics. Again, I don't really have too much sports to talk about, but I just kind of try to talk about the topics that are most important right now. And I do appreciate everybody for watching as always.